What's happening, YouTube? We at it once again. Take your fave betting. It's your boy PA. Today, hey man, we're gonna talk about something I love more than NBA, more than NFL, more than MLB to bet on. It's my one and only NHL hockey. I done fell in love with betting on this hockey, y'all. Hey, this hockey, I win more on hockey than any sport that I bet on. And I'm gonna tell you how to bet on it so that you can do the right thing to win you some money too in this NHL thing. But first, I'm gonna tell you a little introduction about how I got fooling with the hockey. So I used to go to the sports book all the time, and there was this old Asian man, and he used to see me bet on basketball. We used to trade our tickets and stuff, and show each other what we betted on. Whether it was Major League Baseball, whether it was basketball, whether football, whatever. But he told me, he said, bet the sport you gonna win on, if you really just learn it, it's hockey. And I looked at him, I said, hockey? I said, man, black people don't watch hockey, bro. Like, we don't watch hockey. I'm sorry, but the average black guy, he's going to watch NBA, NFL. He'll watch a baseball game. Hockey is last on the list. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, he told me, he said, man, bet on the hockey. He told me basically, hockey is like all the sports in one, if you think about it. Like, they wear pads like football players do, like they do in the NFL. They wear, they get rough. They can hit people and stuff up against the glass, all that type of stuff. So they can be rough like football. That's checked off the list. Then they're swinging at a puck with a stick. So that's kind of like the equivalent of baseball. You got a stick. You swinging at a ball. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hit a home run, trying to get on base, whatever, trying to strike somebody out. So, that's the same type of thing in my eyes. You feel what I'm saying? So the hitting of the puck with the hockey stick is just as much as, the equivalent of playing baseball. So then I thought of something else too. It's kind of like basketball. Because in basketball, you want the 3-on-1 fast break. You want the 2-on-1. You want the advantage in basketball. You want to be able to swing the ball quick enough to where the defender can't get to you. It's the same thing on the power play. We'll go into what a power play is later on, but right now I'm just telling you the power play gives you an advantage in hockey. That means it takes a player off the ice for whether if it's 2 minutes, that's for a minor, whether if it's 5 minutes for a major and an ejection. So it's kind of like basketball because you want to get the 2-on-1, 3-on-1. And one thing about that hockey is that goalie is only so quick that you can go from on ice with skates from this side to this side. They do make spectacular goals, but the whole objective is to get an advantage over the other team as far as having more men. So that's checked off on the list. So we got football, baseball, and basketball. And then on the flip side, if you really want to trip off of it, it's all the sports, the fighting. And that's the boxing aspect of the game. So refs, guys get into it, testosterone is flowing, whatever, one guy might hit another guy in the stick, hit another guy in the leg with his stick, and the other guy ain't feeling that, and while the whistle blows, as soon as the whistle blows, they all fighting, and they let them fight, but they both gonna get a 2-minute minor for fighting. It's a penalty for both teams on the fight. Now they can get measures depending on how big the fight is too, also, or an ejection. So I'm just saying, you got football, baseball, basketball, and boxing, all wrapped in one. So that's why I like hockey. You know what I'm saying? I started watching hockey, I think, when the Golden Knights, I'm out here in Vegas. So when the Golden Knights came to Vegas, I was hooked. And I was only hooked because I understood the game. I understood the rules of the game. It's like anything in life. If you don't know the rules of the game, you're going to crash out. You're not going to have no understanding. I don't care what aspect of life that you're in. But if you don't know the rules to the game, you're going to charge yourself. So back in the day, I didn't used to watch hockey because I didn't understand what hockey was. I didn't understand what icing was. I didn't understand what a high stick was. I didn't understand what roughing was. I didn't understand anything about hockey but Wayne Gretzky, probably Eric Lindros, Mario Lemieux. Who else was good? Chris Chelios at that time. Um, I can't think of no other players right now just offhand, but those was the ones back in the day, like when I was younger and stuff, and I used to watch ESPN, and I just still watch the hockey highlights too. Those was the guys' names I used to hear all the time. So with hockey is what I'm saying is that it's one of the sports to where you got to understand the rules because you'll get lost and you'll get confused and you'll get thrown off during the whole situation about what I'm saying, what's going on, what's the icing, like why are they stopping the game, or why are they stopping the game now, or why is this dude just skating to the box all of a sudden? You feel what I'm saying? So I honestly learned the game, and it sounds crazy, but I honestly learned the rules of the game by playing NHL hockey on Xbox, and I just kept playing my season. And I kept getting icings, and I started understanding. Okay, you have to be behind the puck, or you can't clear the puck all the way to the other end without any other players past the half part. Like it was just a lot of stuff I was learning just by taking a lot of penalties when I used to get killed in hockey. Right now, I don't think nobody can see me in hockey. I'm raw. Like I put it up there with my Madden game, but that's a whole other subject too. But like I'm saying, once I learned the rules to the hockey, I could actually sit down and watch the game now. Now I can sit down and be like, okay, like, oh yeah, that's a high stick. Like, yeah, that's a that's roughing, that's a charge, that's charging, that's a goalie interference. That's you know what I'm saying? Just all types of stuff. I could literally understand what I was watching now. So it made my bet even more easier to bet on because now I'm like, okay, I'm watching this like an NBA game. I'm watching this like an NFL game. I'm watching this like a Major League Baseball game, which we all know the rules if you're really a sports lover. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I got into the rules aspect. Just when the Golden Knights came up out here, the Golden Knights went to the West to no to the Stanley Cup their first year, which is unheard of for an expansion team in any sport. Like normally, expansion team struggles for about 5 to 6 years before they really just start even trying to be something. So this whole city at one point was Golden Knight out. Like you couldn't go nowhere. The gas station, the strip, the houses, the businesses, the trucks, the cars, the any race, anybody was go Knights go. So that's what made me start liking hockey. So now I'm gonna get into the, I'm gonna try to explain to y'all what kind of why I like betting on it and the terminology of betting on hockey. So when you're betting hockey, hockey's not like uh NFL where you get plus 3 points, where you get plus 7.5, where you get plus 8 points. Hockey is not like NBA where you get plus 9 points, plus 10 points, plus a point and a half or whatever. The over and under 228. The over and under in football 45, 46. Hockey betting wise is more like baseball. If you know anything about baseball, there's only money lines. There's no points. It's just like as if you are betting in baseball where you have the run line. When you get plus a run, plus 1.5 runs before the game start, or you get minus 1.5 runs before the game starts. So that means that you can't lose by two, and you can't win by. You either got to win by two or lose by two. Don't lose by two. So it's kind of like the same thing with hockey. Hockey is only money lines. It's automatic money lines. So you might take a 3-teamer. You might take the Canadians minus 140. You might take the Wild uh, minus 228, and then you might take the Penguins plus 128. But there will never be any points given to you before the game unless you take the puck line. And the puck line is basically stating that, okay, I'm going to start the game off. I feel confident that this team cannot blow this team out by at least 2 goals. You feel what I'm saying? So if you take the plus on the puck line, just say I took the Sharks and they were plus a goal and a half, and I got the puck line. You feel what I'm saying? The plus on the puck line. That means that as long as the game is 4-3, 2-1, 3-2, 10-9, long as I don't lose by 2 goals, I've covered my spread on the plus of the puck line. Now we can go on the opposite part of the puck line, which is the minus a goal and a half. So if I take the minus a goal and a half, that means that I have to win 5-3. I have to win 3-1. I have to win 10-2. I mean 10-8. Long as I win by 2 goals, and it can happen on both parts of taking the puck line with the plus and the minus. You just really got to know your teams. You got to know your personnel, and you got to know the matchup of that night. Because I've been on the winning side of both situations. You get the plus, you get a good team, you get a team that's kind of even with another team, and then the team that's supposed to be the underdog that you took the plus with goes on a 2-0 lead. Now that means that they have to win 4-2 to even cover your puck line. And that's kind of hard in the NHL to just score 4 unnatural goals without the other team scoring another goal. Or you can be on the other end where you got the minus and you might be winning only 4-3 with 2 minutes to go, and now the other team has pulled their goalie for an open net. And what an open net is that team is trying to add another player on so that they can have an advantage, whether if it's 6-5, whether if it's 6 players to 5 players, whether if it's 6 players to 4 players, whatever. But the other team's net is open for a shot. And that means that your team that has the minus has a good chance of clearing the puck and just hitting a long goal with no goalie there, and it's just going through the ice, and it's just hitting in the back of the net. And now you covered your 2-goal lead. So that's one thing about it. But hockey is a thing that, you got to just really just give it a chance, understand it. And once you start understanding what's going on, the rules have changed. Back in the day when I used to watch hockey used to be boring as hell. I mean, boring as fuck. Like, I'm just going to be honest. The scores were low, 3-2, 4-3. But now hockey is ridiculous scoring-wise because like anything in any other sport, they want scoring in all the sports. They love offense. Nobody likes to watch a lot of defense. Only real sports fans really can understand defense. But in any sport, all the sports now are even trying to make the scoring go up. Even in baseball right now, they're taking the shift off next year so that it can be more scoring and more people watch baseball. Everything's about scoring. Everybody wants to put up stats. Everybody wants to see numbers. Everybody likes 400 yards passing. Everybody likes 50 points being scored in hoop. Everybody likes, an 8-9 game in hockey. So, all of this is about scoring. So now you can't be really scared about, who you want to take and all of that stuff. You can actually watch a hockey game and just see, what's going on. Another aspect about hockey also, just like all the other sports, there's an over and there's an under. So you can take either the norm now, since the scoring is so high, is 6.5 goals. So if you look at it, there's 20 minutes in each period of hockey. So the first period is a 20-minute period. The second period is a 20-minute period. The third period is a 20-minute period. It's not uncommon to get 2 goals in one period. So I like to take a lot of overs because it's a lot of power plays. That means it's a lot of advantages for each team to score, whether who's on what side of the power play. So you could take like 6.5 on this team. You could take another over on the 6.5 because if they start off 2-1 in the first period, you halfway there with another whole 40 minutes. There's going to be more goals. And then, like I mentioned, the open net, that's another extra goal you might count on. So don't be scared to take the over in hockey because you might think 6.5, they can't do that. They're just playing hockey. It's low scoring. It's physical. No, it's not like that no more. It's not physical like that no more. You're definitely going to get points and goals. Don't be afraid of taking the over. And it depends on like baseball, which is, the goalies and the pitching. The goalie is kind of up there with the pitcher. If the goalie has a low goal allowed rate per game, then you might want to take the under. If it's 2 good goalies going against each other that night and they got that 6.5, you might be like, well, damn, they're only giving up 2.4 or 2.5 goals a game. That's only still 5 goals total. You're still going to cover that. So you really have to study what the goalies are doing. You really have to study how the lines score. There's normally 3 lines. The first team line that plays, they go on for about 5 minutes. They come off the ice. Then the second line comes on. Then it's the third line. So study your lines, study your goalies, and that'll help you a whole lot on trying to get your over and under in, the hockey thing of betting. So we covered the over and unders. We covered what the money line is. We covered what the puck line is. You guys have seen me. If you guys, like and subscribe to the, channel or whatever, it don't hurt to just push a button. But I'm definitely trying to get y'all this game on this. I'm going to be showing y'all. If y'all checked out some of my shorts last week, I had 4 hockey tickets in one night. You feel what I'm saying? I think 3 or 4 hockey tickets in one night. Like the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like 10 games. I picked 10 games and I covered every game on 3 or 4 different tickets. So, you know what I'm saying? I kind of know what I'm doing in this hockey thing. Matter of fact, I don't kind of know. I do know what I'm doing. Y'all just got to just, tap in, see what's going on. You feel me? And I'm going to come in at y'all with another video. I'm going to try to get it together. I've been having a lot of things going on. I got a baby on the way in a couple of days. So, I'm going to still try to give y'all these videos and still try to give y'all this game. All I want y'all to do is take your fave, man, in life. And like I always say, bet with your wallet and not your heart. I'm up out of here, y'all. Y'all do y'all thing.